Hello and welcome to Unoxs Academy. In the previous video, we were able to register as an instructor and we've been approved by the admin. So in order to verify that, you can check your email address and you're going to receive a congratulations message telling you that your account has been approved by the Unoxs admin. Another way to verify that is to come over to your notification icon here. Once you click on it, you're going to see the notification here telling you that congratulations, John, your application to be an instructor has been approved. And this is where you also receive other notifications either from your students or from the Unoxs platform itself. So that's been done. We are going to create our first course as an instructor on the Unoxs Academy. But before we do that, we want to set up our profile because we did not do that in the previous video. So to set up our profile, you're going to scroll down to where we have settings and we are going to click on the setting icon here. Good. We've already set up our bank accounts. If you can remember, we've already set up our bank account. So what we are just doing now is to, okay, we didn't save it, but we are taught on how to set up our bank accounts. So this is where you enter your correct name. Okay, you enter your full correct name here. And this is where you enter your correct account number, please. If there is a mistake, you will not receive your payment. And this is where you enter your correct bank name. Okay? And for the IBAN and SWIFT, you have no business here if you are not using a dollar account. If you're using a Naira account or any other account, this is where you enter your bank details. So that's been done. We're coming back to our profile. And now we're going to upload a profile and a banner. So we will upload a banner first. And then I'm going to select this. Good. Now you can see that we now have a banner and we are going to upload a profile. We're going to select this. So in order to know the exact size, you can see it here. The profile size should be 200 by 200 pixels. And for the cover photo, it should be 700 by 430 pixels. So these are the correct sizes of it. Now, this is where you can update your name. Here we add the phone number. So I'm just going to enter a random phone number here. Okay. And this is where you enter your skill or occupation. So I am going to input web designer. And this is where you enter a short bio, maybe what you do, what helps you stand out. And display name publicly as. Here you can select how you want your name to be displayed on your dashboard, either by your username, your first name, last name, both, or you flip it. So I'm just going to go by the first name. Okay. And for signature, certificate signature, this is where you also upload your signature as an admin. Then once you're done, you just click on update profile. Sorry, you can see this is an invalid phone number. So I am just going to okay, this is a Nigerian phone number and I'm going to update my profile. You can see success, profile updated. Now we are going to go ahead to create our first course. So in order to do that, we are going to click on the new course button. So once we click on the new course button here, we are going to be presented with our Unoxs course builder. And now you can see at the left here, we have a notebook. By my right, rather. Now, this notebook is where instructors can store in their details, where you don't have to leave the platform in order to get your details. Everything you need is here. You can paste your details here, and all you have to do is just copy and paste. All right, so we have everything here. So let us proceed. Now we're going to start by adding our course name. So for course name, this is our course name. Web design for beginners. Now for our description, and under the description, you can also add a link if you want to do that. Okay, you can also add a link if you want to do that. You can add the color. Let's say I want to make this blue. You can see. Let's say I want to make this bold. I can just highlight this and bold it. So you can play around this, okay? You can also align it to the center, right? You can use a quotation, bullet points, lists. You can underline it. You can use the italic sign. You can also clear the format which you just used. All right. And this is where you can also add a registration. You can add your course here. So if I should click on course here, I can add my course ID here, but you don't have to use anything here. But in case you have a course on the Unoxs platform, you can either search for it here as an instructor and you add it here. But this is not for you if you are creating the course for the first time. Okay, but if let's say you want students to click on this in order to register on the platform, so you can click here and the registration link or form will be added here. So we don't need that. I'm just going to remove that. Okay, I'm just going to remove that. And now we are going to scroll down. Now, this is where we upload the profile, the picture of our course. Okay, so I'm going to upload the profile here. You can see we have nothing here, and if I should come to library, our library here is empty. Okay, we just have what we uploaded as our banner and profile. So in order to upload a picture from your computer or a file, you come to upload file, you click on select file, and then I'm going to go with this. So you wait for it to upload, and once it's done uploading, you click on select, and here you can see our profile. Then here you can also add an introductory video for your course. In the introductory video, you can tell your students what they should expect from the course and all of that. And here we can schedule our course. Let's say you want it to go live on so and so dates. You can click here. You can add the dates. You can select the dates, the month, year, and all of that. And this is where you set the time. Okay, this is where you set the time. You can see show coming soon in course list and details. So if you want it to display as coming soon, maybe the course won't be available until this specific date, you can tick this box. But if you don't want it to be available, you want it to only go live on the date you schedule, then you don't have to tick that box. All right, so we're going to add an introductory video link here. So we have just one video link that we'll be using throughout. Sorry. Let's get the link. So once you paste it, I click on OK. And I'm going to close this. You click on OK. Now your course, is it a free or paid course? We are going to tick on paid course because it is a paid course and not a free course. One-time purchase only. So now we'll come back to this. We will come back to that. Now, the difficult level, your course, is it for beginners, intermediate, or experts? You are going to select one of it. So I want to leave it for all levels. So I'm just going to select all levels. Now, if you want it to go public, you set this. If you want to enable questions and answers for the course, you toggle this on. Okay. Now for content drip. Now pay attention. We have schedule content by date. Now let's say you want each content to be available by a specific date. You are going to select this. Content available X day from enrollment. You want a content or a course or a lesson to be available after 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days of students being enrolled. So no matter when you enroll on the platform or when you purchase a course, the content will be available after a specific period of day. So this is where you select it. Now the third one is content available sequentially. Let's say you want each content to automatically be available after the first one has been completed. This is where you select. Okay. Now, course content unlock after finishing prerequisites. Okay. Now, you have a course. This particular course will only be available if the other one has been completed. So that is the requirement for you to be enrolled on this course. You have to get the previous one. It's more like you have a course for different levels. Let's say beginners, intermediate, and experts. Okay, but we don't want any of that, so we're just going to select none. Now for enrollment, do you want to have a specific or a limited amount of students to enroll in this course? If let's say you want to have just 40, you can include it here, just 10, just 20. But if you want unlimited, then you can just leave this as blank. Good. Now this is where you can select your category for a course. So you can see we are creating a course on website design. So we're going to select this category. Should in case your category is not available, you can click on add category and you give it a name. You can also assign it to a parent category here. Then it could be a subcategory, or you just go with this. So I'll go with this and okay. Sorry, I'll cancel this. Good. Now let's come back to the purchase option. One-time purchase. Now you can see we have purchase by subscription only, subscription and one-time, membership only, or all. So we are going to cover this in the courses, okay, in other videos. All right, but for this, we are just sticking with a one-time purchase only. So let's say you want students to purchase this course only once, then you have to select this. Let's say you want students to purchase this course only via subscription. Let's say monthly subscription, weekly subscription, or yearly subscription. Then you have to go with this option. Let's say you want this course to be purchased either with a one-time purchase or with a subscription base. Let's say persons don't have, and let's say your course is selling for $100 and you want to make it available for persons who also cannot afford $100. Then you can make a subscription or a monthly or weekly subscription of $2 or so on and so forth. Sorry, I am using dollar, but you can use your currency, respect, which is Naira. Good. So I'm just going to use one-time purchase. Should in case I select subscription only, you can see add subscription. Should in case it is a one-time and subscription, you can see add subscription. So it's a one-time purchase and we are going to add a price. Let's say the course is selling for 10,000 Naira and you want to give it a discount. So for the meantime, this course will be selling for just 5,000 naira, which is a 50% discount. Okay, so you can see that we are done here. And this is where if you have other instructors on your platform, you want to assign this course to a particular instructor, you can add it here. Or let's say you want to collaborate with other instructors, you can also add them here. Good. So we are done, and we are going to click on the next button here. But should in case you don't want to lose your content, whenever you are done uploading or adding something, you can click on save as draft. Okay, sorry, we have to turn this schedule off. We are not scheduling this course. You click on save as drafts so that we do not lose what we have added or what we have added. Now it's either we click on the next button here, or we can click on the number 2, which is here, course curriculum. But let's just hit the next button. Good. Now you can see this is the Unoxs course builder. This is where you add your topics, lessons, and quiz. Okay, so we're going to click on add topic, and now we want to give it a title. Okay, we want to give it a title, and we have everything here. So this is our title. Now if you have a summary which you want to add, you can do that here, but we don't have any summary, so I'm just going to hit on OK. And now we can then create our lessons, quiz, and assignments. Lessons, quiz, assignments, and we can also schedule a Zoom live lessons, and we can also import quiz. So if you want to learn how to schedule or create a live lesson, you should kindly watch the video on how to create your Zoom, how to get your Zoom API, integrate your Zoom to your account so that you can automatically create your Zoom live lessons. But should in case we click on this, you can see that here we are being asked to enter our meeting name, meeting summary, select a date, a time, meeting duration, is it minutes or hours, the time zone, will recording be, how do you want the recording to be, is it local or cloud, and the meeting password. And lastly, you have to select your host. You can see that here a host is not available because you have not integrated your Zoom with your account. But once you've done that, this will be available. But since we don't have that, we're just going to click on cancel. Now for the content bank is where you store your content. Okay, let's say you already have other topics and lessons on your accounts as an instructor, and you don't want to recreate that particular lesson. You can just come to your content bank and select each of them. Okay, and select each of them. But since we have no data available, so there is no content bank for us. So we're just going to create our first lesson, and now we are going to give it a name, which is Understanding Website Design. And you can either you can either upload a picture of this lesson or add a video link. It is compulsory that you must add a video link, but adding a picture, it is not compulsory. Okay, now this is where you can add your description. If you have a link to this particular lesson, you can add it here. You can add your course description here. Now if you want to know how to add a link here, let's copy a link. Let's say I want to add a link here. I'm just going to click on insert link. I'm going to paste my link here and click on this arrow, apply. Now you can see that once my students click on this, they'll be redirected to the platform or to that link. So you can either add a Telegram link here, a Google Drive link, and so on and so forth. All right, so this is where you can also add your course, your lesson description, what you want the students to know, and all of that. So here we're going to add a video link. Now you can see this is an external link. Okay, this is an external link. An external link, an external link here is a link from any platform. Okay, but you are advised to either use YouTube or Vimeo platform. So our link is from YouTube, so I'm just going to select YouTube. If you want to embed, if you have an embedded video, you can add the code here. If you also have a video on another platform, you can copy the short code and you can paste it here and click on OK. But our video is from YouTube. We're going to select YouTube. We're going to paste a link here and we're going to click on OK. And you can see our video here will be displayed. All right, our video here will be displayed. Now we've added our course name, and now we want to add how long is this video. Is it the 1 hour, 10 minutes or so on? So this video is just 5 seconds long, so I'm just going to add 5 seconds here. 5. Good. And now if you want these lessons if you want this lesson to be available without students enrolling on the course first, you can toggle this on. If you want this lesson to be free, you can toggle this on and it will be available to users. They don't have to be enrolled on the course before they can view this particular lesson or topic. Okay, but if you don't want that, you can toggle it off. And this attachment, this is where you can either upload a PDF file or an image. Okay, a PDF file or an image. So this is where you add the attachments of this particular lesson. And once you are done, you click on save and this will be saved. So you can see we have successfully created our first topic. Now going back to basics here, I'm going to edit this. This is a YouTube video and I would have selected YouTube, and once I hit on OK, it will be displayed this way. Okay, so that is being done and we are back. Now we're going to create our first quiz. We're going to create our first quiz. Now this is where you add your quiz title, summary, and your quiz settings. Now the settings is how long should this quiz last. Do you want it to last for seconds, minutes, hours, or days? You can select it and add the length here. Do you want to hide the time or you want to make the time available? Now, do you want students to retry after first attempt, or you want the answer to be reviewed after the first attempt? How many times should they attempt a particular quiz? You can set it here. What is the passing grade for this quiz? You add it here. Maximum questions allowed to answer, you add it there. Now this is for the advanced level. Do you want a quiz to be auto start? Do you want a quiz to be auto start? You can see there, when enabled, the quiz begins immediately as soon as the page loads. How many questions should there be? Is it a single question, multiple question? Do you want it to be by pagination? You want them to click next, or you want it to be available as they scroll below each other? Do you want it to be arranged randomly, sorted, ascending or descending, A to Z or Z to A, or to be in line? Now set character limits for short answers, set character limits for open-end answers. So these are the settings for your quiz. Good. And now we have a quiz here, and you add this and click on OK. Good. Now we are now presented with this. Now, true or false? Is it a true or false answer? You can see, what is the meaning of a purpose of a website? Is it a true or false answer? You select that, okay? But this is not a true or false answer. Is it a multiple choice answer? You select this and you add the various options. Maybe there are images. Maybe there are images and you want to add an image here. You can proceed by doing that. If you want it to be by text, you can do that here also. Delete. Is it an open-end essay? You do that. Is it fill in the blank? You do that. Short answers? You do that. Matching answers, image allowing, or other? You do that. You can also import quiz from your content bank if you already have them there. Okay? So, but this, we are just going to use multiple choice. Okay? For answer A, we are just going to know, we don't want a description for our quiz. Now we have to select the correct answer for this quiz. Allow multiple correct answers. We do not want to allow multiple correct answers. We only want to allow just one answer for this quiz, okay? We only want to allow one answer. So which of these is the correct answer? You can either select it by doing this, okay? But that is not the correct answer. So we want to have about so D is the correct answer. We want to leave it as D. Although D is not the correct answer, but just because we do want this video to be as long as 10 minutes, so we're just going to make it short, okay? So let's say D is the correct answer, you select it. Let's say C was, you select C, A, or B. So we just want to leave it at D. And if you want to, I want this quiz to have 6 points. And I want the if I want to have multiple correct answers, I can toggle it on and I can select them here, okay? But since it's just one, I'll leave it. I'll go by this, and then 6 points. I want the points to be displayed. Randomized choice, this, and once you're done, you click on next. Next, you're now allowed. How long do you want this quiz to take? 1 minute? Retry? No. Review mode? Passing grade? Let's leave it at 70%. Max questions allowed 1. Advanced settings, we don't need this. I'll just click on save and our quiz will be saved. Now you can see that we have successfully created the course, created the content, and also we've added a quiz. Now we also want to add an assignment here. Now an assignment is where you can add your assignment and all of that. Now we have an assignment here, and this is the assignment. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. Let's just paste this here. Let's just name this assignment number 1. And now design a simple 3-page website, home, about, contact, or page using any of your choice. Now you can see the assignments there. And now, how long should the assignment take? We can say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Set a deadline for the assignment. You can do this. So after 2 weeks, the assignment will be cancelled. You want to add an attachment for students. You can upload that here. You want how many points should this assignment be? I'll leave it as 5 at 10 points. Minimum pass points 5. File upload limit. Let's leave it as 2. Maximum file size just 2 MB. Allow student resubmission. Okay. Maximum student resubmission just 2. And once you're done, you click on Save Assignment. Now you can then proceed to the last display of our course builder. Now you're being asked, what will I learn during this course? What are your students going to learn during or taking this course? What do they stand to gain by taking this course? So these are what they stand to gain. So I'm just going to paste this here. Who are your target audience for this course? So like I said, our target audience was everybody, beginners, intermediates, and experts. So I'm just going to paste this here. How long is this course? Is it a 1 hour course, 10 hours course? How long are the videos all added together? So I'm just going to leave it as, let's say, 2 hours, 20 minutes. What materials are included in this course? What materials are included in this course by the admin or by the instructor? So I'm just going to paste this here. What are the course requirements? What do students need to know or need to have before enrolling on this course? So what are needed here is a laptop, a phone, and basic computer skills. Now, do you want to enable certificates after completing this course? You will select these certificates. Okay. So once you are done here, now, do you want to add additional material? You do that here. Do you want to create a Zoom meeting? You also do that here. Now, once you are done, you can click on Submit, and then your course will be sent to the admin of Unoxs. And after that, you will wait for your course to be approved. And once it is approved, your course will be available on the Unoxs platform. Course submitted for review. Thank you for submitting your course. It will be reviewed by our team shortly, and you will see your course. So far, this is how to create a course on Unoxs Academy.